Hey guys, it is Julie here with JT Wealth. In today's video, we are discussing 3 SPACs that are related to the MJ industry. So let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back and thank you so much for being here. Like I said, today we are going to be discussing 3 MJ SPACs to consider for 2021. And one of them even involves a fairly well-known celebrity. Now, 2020 has been the year of SPACs, with all kinds of companies going public via these reverse mergers with these blank check companies. Now, also a hot topic though is the legalization of MJ, as more and more states are voting to change their laws. So there's been a lot of buzz around this industry as well. And just before we jump into which SPACs are bringing some of these companies to market, this is just your friendly reminder that if you enjoy today's video, make sure you give us a big thumbs up and that you're subscribed to the channel as well. Also, if you like free stocks, don't forget to check out some of the links in our description below. Right now, Webull is giving away 4 free stocks for opening up and funding a new investment account, so make sure to check them out. So the first SPAC that we're going to take a look at is Shultz Acquisition Corp. They trade under the ticker SSPK. Now, after shooting up earlier this week, they have settled down right around the $12 per share mark. They are going to be merging with WM Holdings, who is the parent company of Weedmaps, who is often considered the Yelp of MJ. WMH, or Weedmaps, was founded in 2008 with a strong belief in the power of MJ and the importance of enabling safe legal access to consumers worldwide. Since then, they have worked tirelessly, not only to be the most comprehensive platform for consumers, but to build the software solutions that power businesses compliantly in the space, to advocate for legalization, social equity, and licensing in many jurisdictions, and to facilitate further learning through partnering with dozens of subject matter experts on providing detailed, accurate information about the plant. Their mission is to power a transparent and inclusive global MJ economy. Now, in its second decade, WMH has been a driving force behind much of the legalization change we've seen in the past 10 years. Weedmaps has 10 million monthly active users and offers listings for more than 18,000 businesses. Over the last 12 months, gross merchandise volume was $1.5 billion for the company, and they have 60 million monthly engagements. The company has over 4,000 clients on monthly subscription bundle plans, and the average monthly revenue from business clients is $3,000. The average order size on their website is $100, with 90% of users ordering monthly. After the combination with Shultz, the company will be valued at approximately $1.5 billion. WMH is expected to have $160 million in revenue in 2020, according to the merger announcement. Over the last 5 years, sales have increased at a compound annual growth rate of 40%. Now, the company believes that the MJ market in the US is likely to double over the next 5 years. If that comes to fruition, investors in WMH should do well, as the company would be a leading supporter to that growth. But government regulation is hard to assess, and investors should consider it speculative at the very least and be prepared for a longer road to legalization than some predict. The second SPAC we're looking at today is Shultz Acquisition. They trade under the ticker SAMA and are currently at $12.97 per share. And they announced that they are merging with Clever Leaves. Clever Leaves is a global company operating in compliance with federal and state laws with an emphasis on ecologically sustainable, large-scale cultivation and processing as the cornerstone of building out distribution and brands. They have offices in Canada, Colombia, Germany, Portugal, and the United States. Clever Leaves helps the partners in its ecosystem grow rapidly and contribute value to the global community. Clever Leaves has a vertically integrated platform, and in North America, the company's herbal brands segment sells products in over 10,000 retail locations. In the first half of 2020, Clever Leaves signed a supply deal with Canopy Growth Corp for the Latin America market. The deal helps Canopy quickly enter the market, and the deal validates Clever Leaves as a position leader in low-cost extraction. One of Clever Leaves' biggest assets could be its recent EU GMP certification. In Europe, companies have to have this certification to sell pharmaceutical products in a pharmacy. When looking at their global reach, Clever Leaves is targeting a global opportunity in excess of $50 billion. This merger is being voted upon this week. Once the merger closes, Clever Leaves will have $111 million in cash and just $37 million in debt. and will be one of the few MJ companies listed on the NASDAQ Composite. By 2022, it estimates that it will generate $140 million in sales and $47 million in earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization. Long term, it is shooting for $500 million in sales and $200 million in EBITDA. And third up, we have Subversive Capital Acquisition. They trade on the over-the-counter markets under SBVCF, currently just above the $10 price point at $10.12 per share. Now, this SPAC has a little bit of celebrity power behind it, as their chief visionary officer is no other than Jay-Z. Now, they are going to be bringing several brands public underneath one new company called the parent company. The parent company will be made up of course, Subversive Capital, Caliva, Left Coast Ventures, Monogram, Rock Nation, just to name a few. Now, this is boasted to be the largest MJ SPAC ever, and the initial merger of two top California operators, Caliva and Left Coast Ventures, creates the most robust and sophisticated vertically integrated platform, including cultivation, manufacturing, brands, retail, and delivery. The parent company expects revenues of $185 million in 2020 and $334 million in 2021. On their balance sheet, they will have up to $575 million in cash to consolidate the California market while continuing to develop existing brand portfolio and position for national brand expansion. As Chief Visionary Officer, Jay-Z will lead their brand strategy, cultural influence, and social impact, and guide their brand strategy in partnership with Rock Nation's roster of culture-making artists, athletes, and influencers. As a passionate change maker, he will also lead the parent company's Social Equity Ventures, which is a corporate venture fund seeded with up to $10 million to invest in Black and other minority-owned businesses. So it looks like the parent company will end up being quite the conglomerate. Now, just one final side note, that there are several SPACs still seeking targets in the MJ market, and several prior SPACs that had listed MJ as their target ended up pursuing other areas. Most recently is Collective Growth Corp, who is merging with LiDAR company Innovize after previously announcing MJ as their target market. The SPAC was led by Bruce Linton, the former co-founder and CEO of Cannabis Growth Corporation. Now, Greenhouse Acquisition under GNRS and Merida Merger Corp under MCMJ are two SPACs searching for targets in the MJ market. So could be good ones to keep your eye on if you're wanting to get in before the jump after the merger announcement. So on that note, guys, I would love to hear your thoughts on these three SPACs and what others you guys have your eye on. Of course, these videos are never a suggestion to buy or sell any specific stock and are just meant for entertainment and information purposes. Any trades should only be made based on your own due diligence and research. If you made it all the way to the end of today's video, make sure you give us a big thumbs up and that you're subscribed to the channel as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and cheers.